Because I love watching artist Twitter is my favorite. How they
artist Twitter is like watching trash TV to me. It's like
God.
You can
It's
just grab
Twitter.
grab the popcorn and it's like watching 90 Day Fiance or something. You know, like the amount of tea that is spilt on like artist Twitter,
bro, it's
like
great.
it's more tea than the fucking Americans threw into the water when like they gained independence, man. My fucking god.
And I don't know why, but why is it almost always written in lowercase? It's never proper punctuation. They're just like, let's just make it as lowercase as possible. Fucking seven tweet thread, and it's just like. It's just shit that you could have summed up into just one tweet.
Yeah, there's a lot of funny ones. I love it as well when it's like artists are like giving advice to each other and they're just like they all like repeat the same stuff. And it's always interesting sometimes because they'll be like, yeah, you should charge people for your art. And I'm like, is this like not known? Like I should charge people for work? Like what? Like,
some artists is like,
well, apparently it's pretty it's pretty common. I mean, you see the messages on like For Exposure, right?
Yeah,
like that Twitter account where For Exposure is a Twitter account. People like ask people to do things for exposure.
Yeah.
Which is very funny. And
is that an unpopular opinion? You just can't
doing work for free.
That artist should get paid.
I'm going to do an unpopular take right now.
guys, don't count me for this, but artists should get paid for that work.
To be fair though, I joke on that, but a lot of voice actors, like when they start out, they'll get like they'll spend all their money on like the new stuff, and then they'll be like, yeah, I'll do your commercial for free. Because it's different with artists and I think voice actors, because voice actors, like, you get credits. Right?
Yeah.
So you need credits.
Yeah.
So it's like a race. Everyone's just like devaluing themselves because they're like, yeah, I'll do your Kellogg's commercial for $2 in a Kit Kat bar. Like, that's fair. That seems good. My name's on the credits though, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think that there is a balance that should be taken because there is value in clout, basically. I mean, that's how we make our money, right? It's literally we are monetizing clout. That is the modern day.
We are clout chasers as an occupation.
Yeah. But like, there's like, go.
No, but like, I get, artists should definitely be paid, and you definitely have a skill set. But there's also building up your personal branding as well, which you have to worry about. And
that's the problem, right? Is that so many artists starting out, they don't see themselves as a brand, per se,
exactly,
because of that artist mentality, right? They're not like, oh no, I'm just doing it because I like drawing. Yeah. I don't want to make this a profession. But then they make one piece where it's really popular and getting shared fucking everywhere, and then suddenly they're like, actually, I'm a brand. You're stealing.
Yeah, because I've seen the exact opposite of like talented artists who just don't know how to charge here, where you have like an artist who has like 2 drawings on their portfolio or something and are charging like ridiculous amounts of money, and it's just like, come on, there is a balance that needs to be taken here.
Right.
Oh yeah, my favorite is when they like, I've worked with some artists before and like, great, it's all good. And it's all reasonable. All the prices seem fair. And then I'm like, oh yeah, it's like for like commercial use or whatever. And they're like, oh, you're like selling it? And then they might like, they might try and figure out like, okay, you make this much money. It's now worth $10,000 for this piece. And it's like, what? What do you mean? What? No, what? Okay.
It's like, I'm pretty sure on your website it said $20 for a headshot, right? Like,
looks up industry standard rates. That ain't right. Okay. Well, I'm not Pepsi.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Which is basically the Fiverr environment, right? How is it like working with people on? How do you know how much you're worth and
it's
how to sell yourself on Fiverr?
Right? Because I think on Fiverr, it's inherently people like devalue themselves. But there are people on Fiverr who are charging like $500
for like $5
for like for honestly what is like really bad quality. But then the thing is, right, on Fiverr, at least I can only speak for voice actors because I've hired a lot of voice actors on Fiverr. And like voice actors on Fiverr, there's like $5 is like you get a very wide variety of like skill.
Yeah,
you go all the way from headset mic because Fiverr doesn't. There's no checks. There's no one on Fiverr being like, yeah, you seem like a voice actor. You're good to go, champ. It's like, oh, you have something that your PC recognizes as an audio recording device. You're good to go. Like, because this
Tyler One fucking headset microphone all the way.
I've heard people with worse quality microphones than Tyler One screaming that are charging like $20 with commercial rights as an option, and I'm like, what? What commercial? How do you not know what like a good microphone is, but you know that you should be charging for commercial rights? Like these two things are like, come on, like. But then Fiverr does like scummy things as well. Like Fiverr takes cuts from like the tips, and Fiverr also like I don't like personally that Fiverr charges extra for like higher quality audio files. I just think you should just send a WAV file right? Like
Yeah.
or high quality MP3.
So people just sending MP3s
Like 128 kilobytes
fucking,
MP3.
fucking putting the WAV behind jail or something.
Yeah,
It's like-
yeah. They put like WAV files behind paywalls sometimes. I'm like, why? Don't do that. Just give me the fucking WAV file. Why would you not do that? That's like different between high quality and low quality. It doesn't matter. But point is,
I didn't know fucking the voice acting industry had DLC now. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's literally DLC.
you want
The
the high-
WAV expansion.
Yeah, you want the ray tracing voice acting pack add-on? Like you got to fucking pay $5 extra. But then there's people on Fiverr who charge like who charge industry rates, and I don't think Fiverr, given the Fiverr shouldn't be charging industry rates in my opinion.
No,
because it's like not really where you should be hiring. Industry shouldn't be hiring on Fiverr, and the ones that do, I think, should be kind of like we won't get into that.
Yeah.
Never had that experience myself. But yeah, no, I mean it's difficult, and Fiverr voice actors you just listen to their audio. You'll know if they're worth it.
I mean, it's not just Fiverr audios. It's Fiverr, like
Everything.
everything,
Yeah.
every creative job you can think of, because the way I feel about Fiverr is that it's a good testing ground because you get such a wide range, and I feel like it would be a good place to build up your portfolio, because from what I see, like, it doesn't really matter where you had your education or whatever. What we really care about, because most of the time we are the clients now. We're buying the service.
Yeah.
We just care about your portfolio.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's most important.
Yeah,
to me.
exactly. I'm like, show me your work.
Yeah.
That looks
It's a
sick.
good place
We
to build
hire
up
you.
your portfolio as well, and also get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I mean, I used to recommend to voice actors, if no one's hiring you, you don't know where to start, don't go to one of these websites that cost like $400 a year to sign up to, because you're not going to make your money back.
Yeah, like for example, if we're hiring video editors, like we can get emails about people who are qualified for X, Y, and Z. But at the end of the day, we're most likely going to pick people who have worked on anime videos, right? Because we
Yeah.
know they have experience working
Yeah.
in that fucking field,
or
and
who like actually know us and like
Yeah.
watch our videos and stuff.
yeah,
right?
exactly. So that's the thing. It's more about knowing your target audience and
100%,
knowing what your personal branding is, and it's less important about what you put on your CV, because we don't really care about CVs that much,
I
right?
don't give a shit what school you went to. Is the shit good or not? Like, that's all there is to it.
There's
Yeah.
lots of video editors out there, right? It's just a matter of.
I normally go to like Fiverr somewhere for like if I need something like one off and like fast. Like I just like because other times it's a bit of a pain to search around. It's like,
Have you used Fiverr other than in your Fiverr videos?
Yeah, I've used it. Used it for where did I use it? If I need something composed, because I don't know any composers.
Right.
Like or making music. So I'm like
I go from knowing 0 composers to Kevin Penkin.
right. I can't go, oh Kevin, mate, I got this video idea. You should just compose me a track for it. Like so I'll go to someone, I'm normally like, make like a MIDI track of this, or
Yeah.
make like a version of this. It's normally very basic like thing. Or,
Right.
or I'm like, copy this thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I've had like some emotes on my Twitch drawn there. That's pretty
Oh, really?
decent. Yeah. There's a lot of Twitch stuff on there.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot of artists on Fiverr, right?
Yeah, but oh my god, there's so many.
Yeah.
Um,
or quote unquote artists.
Is that where you get your Twitch stuff? Because I've
No.
actually been looking to try and like upgrade my Twitch presentation, because my Twitch presentation is fucking shit, because I've never given a shit about streaming before.
Problem is on Fiverr, it's tailored towards like I think what the like general audience of people who are looking to get into live streaming would want.
Right.
So it's all like very gamer looking. You know what I mean when I say that, right? Like 90% of the Fiverr stuff for like targeted at like Twitch and like Twitch overlays all looks like something that is an application to the FaZe clan. Like it doesn't look like
It's like the default ones that you get on like Streamlabs.
yeah,
right?
which is why I think I ended up hiring someone who I know that did a lot of this stuff and who watched some of my stuff, so they were kind of familiar with my
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm thinking to update mine as well, and like
So,
I met an artist recently who probably gonna get to hire, because it's the same thing as like because right now I'm using like a default one. I'm just like I should probably personalize it a little more.
Yeah,
just
I
to
got
make it
my
stand out a
personal-
little bit.
How'd you guys find artists? You just DM
ask.
people on Twitter?
I just tweet out or like ask on live streams. I'm like, hey guys, I like need something. Can someone tell me like where I go?
A lot of them actually I find through like them doing fan art of me.
Okay.
Yeah, so like the person I'm probably going to be hiring soon is Rocket Cat, who did like a bunch of like drawings with me and Chris, the Journey Across Japan
Yeah,
stuff.
right.
And it's really fucking cute. So I asked her, I was like, can you do some Twitch stuff? And she's like, okay.
Yeah.
So it's just asking around, really.
I have like no idea what art is worth, so whatever they give me, if it's not ridiculous, I'm
Yeah,
like, that
basically,
sounds good.
yeah.
Sure, fuck it, I'll pay that,
Yeah.
whatever, man.
I'm
Yeah.
way more comfortable being like, what do you want?
Yeah.
Versus like, I'll give you $15. Like just something ridiculous.
There's always
right?
a debate, right? Is it you as the buyer should ask, or should the person, like the client, say, hey, this is what I'm worth?
Right.
Yeah.
Because it frustrates me when I hear like, what's your budget? And I'm like, I don't have a fucking budget. I just want to know what the
What are you
work's-
worth?
Yeah, I'm like, what do you want? What's your hourly rate? You tell me. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's-
I understand that that's in place for people who can't maybe afford
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
lot of things, but I'm like, I don't know. Whatever you think it's worth, tell me. I'll pay it.
It's like a fucking standoff, right? You're waiting for the first one to like say a number. It's just like how much is this worth? Like, what's your budget? And I
Yeah.
fucking hate that debate, right?
I think I get it though from the artist perspective, because like they're probably like, oh, if I say something that's a little too high, then I'm afraid I might lose the client.
Right. Yeah, but that's when you can negotiate, right? You can
Right.
be like, I think that's a little too high. Was it maybe something
Yeah,
like
but a
this?
lot of
And
them
yeah.
starting off don't know any better.
Yeah, true,
right?
true.
Like
Yeah.
I was afraid at first as well. Like when I'd get sponsorship opportunities, they'd be like, "What do you want for it?" And I'm like, fuck, I don't know. How much do you have?